Hello, I'm Dan Alexander. Thanks for joining me for another episode in my webcast series. Appreciate it. Do me a favor and please subscribe. Tonight, I'd like to share a microphone with you that I have here. I've already taken it apart, and let's uh, let's take a look. Here's the body of the microphone. This is the body of the microphone. You can see it has. I hope you can see. I'm not. Uh, you can see it has a Telefunken insignia here, um, riveted to the body tube. And here's the bottom piece. You can see it's one machined piece, and it has a XLR connector in the bottom. And on the back of the body tube, we have two serial number, or we have two stickers. One is glued on, and it says blue type EF86, uh, number 70023. I don't know what that means. And then we have a that's glued on to the body tube. Um, this sticker here says Neumann on it, and the serial number is 101 space B. 101 space B. And it says type U47. Well, so continue on. This is the grill top for the microphone. It's a nice shiny chrome finished, very typical U47 style grill top. And the bottom here looks quite similar to what one would find in a Neumann U47, although Neumann U47s don't have this finish on that piece. And a normal Neumann U47 would have a serial number stamped into this plate, which this one does not. So let's continue on here. Um, so what do we find inside of this grill top? Well, let's take a look. Here we have the capsule and associated parts. Now, what I can tell you is that this diaphragm is not a Neumann diaphragm. I've never looked inside of blue microphones, so I don't know that this is a blue diaphragm, but that's what I expect it is. These plastic parts here and the overall structure here on the base looks like what you would find in a Neumann U47. But when I look at these parts, they don't look like old parts. I suspect that these parts are replicas made relatively recently, not original Neumann plastic parts. And the black rubber capsule stand here, it's not. This is a newly manufactured item there. So let's move on here and take a look at this body. Now, one thing I can tell you for sure is that a long-bodied Neumann U47 would have a serial number stamped into the lip here of the microphone. This one does not have that. Now, what do we see in here? Well, let's take a look. First of all, up here at the top, oops, it's a good thing I didn't drop that onto a diaphragm. Right, so what do we find? Up here at the top is we find a printed circuit card. Now, I've looked inside probably like hundreds, 300, 400 Neumann U47s. I can tell you this right now, that this printed circuit card is not a Neumann product. I don't know who made it, but it's not made by Neumann. All right, so we have this tube here. Now, this is an EF86, which is a perfectly fine tube. But Neumann never made a U47, long body, short body, U-shaped body, S-shaped body, U47 that had an EF86 tube. Take it for what it's worth. Okay, what's next? We have a transformer. Now, normally in a Neumann microphone, it'd be like a BF8. Oh, there's Doozy. The real star of the show. Doozy. Oh, there you are. Okay, so you'd have like a BV8 or something like that. I don't know. I'm not a tech and there's so many numbers, but I think that's what it would be. This is a custom-made, relatively modern transformer, and this transformer was not made by Neumann. I don't know who made it. Who can say? Take it for what it's worth. Okay, then down here in the bottom of this microphone, we have two printed circuit cards. And what I can tell you is that these two printed circuit cards were not made by Neumann. Now, what about this bottom piece? Well, this isn't something that's been modified. This is one piece. It's nicely made, nice metal work. It's one piece. It's obviously made sometime relatively modernly. And I can tell you this, that Neumann never made a U47 that had a bottom like this and an XLR like this. Take it for what it's worth. Okay, let's take a look at one other thing here. The serial number on this microphone, 101 space B. see that. I don't know. I don't know if it's visible or whatever. Neumann U47, serial number 101, would have had a giant diamond chrome label on it with a Neumann engraved insignia in it and with the serial number engraved in that chrome badge. And the badge is big, not like this. Now, there's one other thing. A U47 with a Telefunken badge on it must have been made sometime between 1949 and like 1958, 1959, whenever it was that Neumann stopped using Telefunken as their distributor worldwide. Now, I don't know what this microphone is. It's up to you to decide what you think. But what I can tell you is that I don't believe my opinion for what it's worth. I don't know what in this microphone was actually made by Neumann. You come to your own conclusions. So, there's nothing particularly wrong with this microphone in terms of being a microphone. It's a microphone. It works and sounds acceptable. It doesn't sound like any working old U47 that I've ever heard. And that's just my opinion. So take it for what it's worth. So that's what I have to say about that. On another subject, my book, Dan Alexander Audio, A Vintage Odyssey, will be in the stores in the middle of December. It's available for pre-ordering from Amazon and Barnes and Nobles, and I hope that you'll check it out and like that there. So listen, don't listen to these anti-science people. It's a crazy world out there. Wear a mask, wear gloves, wash your hands. Is it really all that difficult? I mean, seriously. All right. Have a good one. Thanks for joining me. I do appreciate it. Take care.